He's pissed off.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with him anymore.
Well,
he's like losing his mind.
It's not going to get any better if he does, and
something's going on more than that, though. I bet you, because he's screaming. He doesn't want to be with me anymore. He's just like, scaring the hell out of me. So I don't know. He thinks I'm cheating on him and all this, and I'm like,
for Christ's sake,
I told him there's no way. Yeah, so he's just. I mean, I don't even know what to do right now.
Well, you're not going anywhere.
He's already. I don't know. He gets these delusional thoughts in his head. Like, I don't know. I don't think he ever told you that when we were at the Busch Gardens one day and he was ready to go to the train. Like, you park your car and you go to the trolley and then the trolley takes you to the park or whatever because it's a long drive. Well, I wasn't ready yet, right? And I forget what I was doing. I think I was either trying to decide if I was going to take my phone or what was going to happen or sunscreen or something. And he just left without me. And
he left without you?
He went and waited at the train thing. And then just started getting so angry, he actually took his wedding ring and threw it. And it bounced up inside the motor of a car, so we couldn't get it back again, so we had to buy another ring. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, just chill, like, for 10 minutes. So,
I don't understand.
Now he's just like, well, once you can work, I want you to get out. I don't want you to be here anymore. I'm just like, I said, Randy, you know what? I'm sitting here. I'm the only person that's always defending you. I'm telling your parents you're not on drugs. Because to be honest with you, if he was, I would tell you. And so, and I said, I mean, I get it. Kurt wants to go. He wants to make sure that, the doctor knows all the information. And it's not because he doesn't trust Randy. It's just because he's terrified of everything that's happened in the past. And Randy's upset because he thinks that you and Kurt both think, oh, he must be doing drugs and this and that and everything. And it's like,
what we think. We
I know. I told him that.
Them to prescribe him something he can't have, no matter what the doctor says. We have to put our foot down.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, it's just peace of mind for you guys. That's all.
Last time he started doing drugs again was he cut his hand. I took him to the emergency room. They gave him pain pills.
Well, and
that started it all over again.
I don't know. I just can't even deal with it right now because, to be honest with you, it's just like that happened to someone that I know. They were dating someone on heroin and they went clean for 2 years and they were even teaching people and being a youth guidance, and then one day they went back to it and overdosed on the first time or something and died. And I'm just like, I'm trying everything I can to encourage him, and I think because I'm trying to encourage him, he doesn't like that. He wants to be with someone who wants to treat him like crap, who wants to encourage him to do bad things, that is an enabler, and
he's going to end up so alone in his life.
I sold my house and I have a little bit of money in the bank and stuff, but that's not my money. That's money for buying a house, and I would love to do that. I want us to have a great future and stuff. And, I've had to spend a lot of money, even for my immigration and living, and just, I can't even go out because he doesn't want to do anything ever. And if I go out and try to make friends, it's that I'm cheating, and I'm not. So I'm friends with Sue at the bank because that's the only person I can meet, and I like her. She's great, but
yeah, I understand.
I just want him to be normal.
End up so depressed if you.
And yet it's just like, well, now it's like, well, you know what? Who cares about your immigration? You can just go screw yourself and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, no, because I need you to go to an interview with me to show that we're a legit relationship. And as far as I knew we were, it's
what is he
you don't just
now? Sleeping,
laying in his bed playing on his laptop, doing school stuff. I guess I don't know, but you don't just give up your entire life, sell your house, give up your job, move away from your family, come out here expecting to set up a really nice life and stuff. And
yeah.
Did I know that he was an addict in the past? Yes, he told me that, but I didn't know that he was still struggling with all that stuff. He kept telling me he was a vet tech, he worked so hard that and then I find out he's not working, he does nothing, he doesn't go out, he doesn't have all these friends that he's always talking about.
His acquaintances.
Not even. It's just people on Facebook that doesn't count. And I always tell him, I said, it's not that I don't believe he has friends, but I said, let's get out and do things with people sometimes. And he says, no. He's like, oh, I haven't talked to them in a while, and
He's alienated everybody in his life. He has.
and now Kurt, I feel bad for him because he comes over and, you know, and I even said to him, like, I'm sorry, I don't know what's going
I don't know
on.
what to do. I mean, I don't know what to do.
Because as soon as you talk to him, he's going to start screaming at you. And to be honest with you, it scares the hell out of me. I don't fight with people. I mean,
You don't.
not with anybody, not even with any of my exes. And to be honest with you, the reason I broke up with the guy I had the farm with was because he yelled at me a lot. And I said, you know what? I'm going to walk away and I'm not going to date anybody for a long time. And I didn't. And when I started getting back into like the idea of dating people and stuff, I mean, Randy seemed like a great guy. We just couldn't be apart, everything in common and stuff. And I move out here, he's still great. And then suddenly it's like that magical period, honeymoon period wore off, and then I was like, well, I'm still the same person, and yet he seems to want to push everybody away. And my guess is that
he pushes everybody away. He pushes us away. And then he says mean things like Haley won't bring her boyfriend over here. Well, I don't blame her. I don't blame her. This is so dysfunctional here.
I just don't get it. I know he's depressed, and I told him, I said, well, you need to go and try to see if you can talk to a therapist or go on some depression pills or something. Or
I mean, Kurt will take him to a doctor. He'll take him wherever he has to go to do whatever we have to do, but he won't do it.
It goes against everybody. I mean, I've seen the way he screams at you for nothing too, and threw you up against a wall. And that was, I don't know. I'm terrified that's going to happen to all of us now, and I just want the best for him, because I mean, people look at me and they say, why are you with Randy, and blah blah blah. It's because I see this great guy inside, this good-looking guy. He's really nice. He's sweet,
there.
And yet he sits there and he gets so angry about everything. And I get it. You know what? He's recovering, and you know that happens. It's not an excuse, but it makes me a little more lenient on it. But it's, unless he's searching for help, I can't do that anymore, and I don't think anybody can do that anymore. And
no, he's the only one that can save himself. I mean, I sent him over here, his dad over here this morning to get him in and find out.
He's still waiting for that. And Randy just won't, because he's so upset about thinking that everyone thinks he's on drugs and stuff, but he doesn't understand that's not it.
No, I'm worried about him. He's got something physically wrong with him and mentally wrong with him. You have all of that you want.
It's a disease when, I mean, obviously, like my friend Patrick is a therapist with rehab addicts, and you know, it's a disease when it takes over your life and you can't function anymore because of the things that you're doing or taking or craving, or he just needs to, I don't know what to do, but he needs to go and get his face checked out, because I'm worried about him. Someone who cares about him is going to worry when he's sitting there in pain and crying and not able to sleep all night long. And
I don't know if it's psychosomatic. Is it something because of his mental illness or whatever he's got going on?
I don't think so. I think what's happening is, I think he might have what I get sometimes, which if I get like an ingrown hair on my neck or something, I'll get an infection. And not even just my lymph nodes. They're not the things that get infected, but just my throat and up and around my jawline and stuff. It gets so painful you can't even move. So I get the same thing with my teeth, because I have broken teeth, and you know, until I'm working and have benefits, I can't really do anything about that. So he's the same way, where he has broken teeth and needs a lot of dental care and
pain. Very low tolerance. He can't stand pain. I mean, I'm hobbling around on my foot working 8 hours a day. I have no business doing that, but
I know, and I feel terrible about that too. I just think, like, I don't know, you should be looking into retiring and not
I know.
Same with Kurt, and
This
not
is what
paying for his lawyers and
you
mistakes.
expect to be able to. Your kids move out when they're 21 years old, and you're done. They're on their own. It's like, what is he waiting for me to die because he thinks he's going to get this house? That's not going to happen. We have brothers and sisters that are taking part of this.
I don't know. I'm confused.
I am too.
He asked me for alimony. Not now, but before. And I just laughed. I said, well, it hasn't been 30 years and we don't have any kids together, so I don't...
Florida's not like that. You have to be married for at least 10 years. For
He just said, well, who's going to take care of me?
Well,
I was like, well, you're a big boy. Like, who's going to take care of me since I was a kid that on my own and
you've been on your
working
own
myself off the
15.
streets?
Yeah.
I've worked so hard, you know, and just...
That's me. I left home at 17 and never looked back. I mean, I never went back and asked my parents for anything.
Mine wouldn't have given it to me
didn't.
anyways. My dad didn't have any money, and my mom just... I don't
Well,
know.
my parents had
She wouldn't
6
help me.
kids. There was no way that us older 3 could ask them for anything. They just didn't have it.
I think he's lucky. I mean, you know, I mean, I don't care how old he is living at home. He's making an effort to get out now and stuff, and he's been through some crappy cards, but why can't he be thankful for the people that are helping
He's
him?
not making an effort to get out. He doesn't go anywhere.
Well, he just got 94% on his last exam he wrote.
That's wonderful.
That's good, but
that's his,
you're right, though. I know he needs a job.
he's not social anymore.
I just don't understand.
He used to be the most popular kid in high school. Randy was the most, he had more friends than, and he just X'd him out of his life when he came out.
You know, I told him, I said, you know, I'd love to, I'm in the middle of building a company right now, and to flip houses and hopefully build houses. That's my dream. And out here, I can afford it because of the prices of houses and stuff. And I told him too, I said, you know what, you're entrepreneurial. I mean, you have a lot of great ideas and stuff. I can see him doing the same thing where it's like he takes on a construction project and he renovates the heck out of it. He's just that kind of guy. At least I see, like, I'm sure you can see that too before all this issue came and with the drugs and stuff. Like, I see him doing that, but the thing is too, you need to have a little bit of money behind you too for a down payment and to pay for construction supplies and stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, I try to do everything I can here to make up for not paying rent because...
And you do.
I mean, I felt bad for not paying rent. I've offered, but, you know,
You're
try
the
to
only
help with
one that
everything.
does anything around here. Nobody else does anything.
I just don't understand it. He has so many opportunities, and so I'm like, well, you know what? It's great
That's
because
the
for me,
That's
this is
the
great.
problem is he has too many opportunities and he doesn't take advantage of them.
Just like, well, I can live here for a little bit while he's in school. I can save up a lot of money and stuff.
That's what I want you.
He could have too. I mean, he still can. He should be. And I told him, I said, well,
He's not
what
gonna
about
get a
just
job
working
right
2
out of
days?
school.
Because he only goes to school for 3 days a week.
I know.
What happens to the other 4? I said, work for 4 hours, 2 days a week.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to do it. And I said, okay, well, that's fine then. You know what? If you're not the kind of person that can go get a job, that's not what you want, fine. But post an ad online at least and try to pick up some pet sitting jobs. Sell your car. You know, sell some of the stuff you're not using. You know, at least make up for it. And then when you get your student loan money, maybe help subsidize it and stuff. And maybe I'm hoping him having a little bit of money in the bank from selling something might be like, oh, maybe I should go. Having money's nice.
I mean, look at Haley.
I know, Kurt's like, I don't have any money.
So do you. Yeah, he's always like that. I don't have any money.
Well, Kurt's like, well, I'm going to not be able to give as much money anymore because I got a lot of other stuff going on. And, you know, with Kate's medical bills and with this roof and everything, I get that. He wants to just sort of get everything done. And so, I don't know. I've been trying to, and I think anybody who's trying to enable Randy to better himself, he's pushing out of his life. You and me
I said that
and
today, when Kurt called me this morning, I started to cry at work and I said, I'm done, Kurt. I don't know what else to do. He yells and screams at me when I try and help him, and then he comes to me crying because he doesn't feel good.
Well, I'm sorry that you have to go through that, you know.
I'm so glad you're here.
Me too.
I just wish he treated you better. You'll never find anybody like you.
I think, I don't know, maybe we should just call Kurt and have Kurt come over and everybody have like a little family meeting or something, because I think it's time where it's like,
Kurt's not gonna come back over today.
no,
No, he's pissed off.
I don't know.
He's ready to throw his heat there too. He's so afraid Randy's gonna go back to his old ways, which he probably will. But there's nothing I can do. I mean, I can't save it. I tried, I can't.
No.
I walk on eggshells in my own house. I mean, I'm so proud of him, the way he's doing his school and everything, you know?
Yeah.
He's always been a good student, but he's
that's
become
not
a
it.
professional student.
I think,
He should have been out of school when he was 23.
yeah. I don't know.
Thanks.